What if the aching between your shoulder blades, the rounded shoulders in every photo, and that tired, slumped feeling at the end of the day all came down to one missing movement? Pulling? Most of us push all day long. We push doors, push shopping carts, push ourselves forward over phones and laptops. But we rarely pull. And when pulling disappears from your life, your upper back quietly switches off, your chest tightens, your shoulders roll forward, and your posture starts to collapse like a tent with loosened ropes. Your upper back isn't just there to look straight. It's a support system made of strong, smart muscles that hold your shoulder blades in the right place and keep your spine stacked. So, what to do to keep your posture and back strength? My answer is just one simple exercise: the seated rows. This exercise targets exactly those muscles, which is why they're one of the simplest ways to rebuild back strength and improve posture. Here's the part most people don't realize. Posture problems aren't only about sitting wrong, they're about muscle balance. When the muscles in your chest and the front of your shoulders stay tight and dominant, and the muscles of your upper back stay weak and sleepy, your body defaults to a rounded, protective shape. Research on forward head and rounded shoulder posture shows it's closely tied to neck and shoulder pain, and that weakness in the shoulder blade stabilizers plays a big role in keeping that slump in place. The good news is that your body responds fast when you give it the missing signal. A seated row with a resistance band or even a towel restores that signal. It teaches your shoulder blades how to glide back again. It wakes up your back muscles. It opens your chest. And guess what? You don't even need to go to the gym, lift heavy weights, or use fancy equipment. Let's go even deeper to see what the seated row really fixes, why it works so well for posture, and how to get the full benefit in a way that feels controlled, safe, and surprisingly calming. By the end, you'll know how one simple pull can undo hours of slouching and give your spine the support it has been asking for. Before we move into it, notice your shoulders right now. Are they drifting forward? Is your neck reaching toward the screen? Are you holding tension between your shoulder blades? Just take a second to feel that. Then let's reset it together. Why your back feels tired even when you're not working out? If you sit a lot, your upper back spends hours in a stretched-out, weakened position. Think about your typical day. Head forward, chest slightly closed, shoulders rounding inward. In that posture, the muscles that should hold you upright, especially the middle traps and rhomboids, are lengthened and underused. Over time, they lose strength and coordination, while the front of your body tightens and pulls you forward. That imbalance is one of the main drivers of rounded shoulders and tech posture. Your body doesn't do this because it's lazy. It does it because it adapts to what you repeat. Repeat a forward-leaning position enough, and your nervous system starts treating it as normal. You stop noticing the slump, and it quietly becomes your default. Then small things start showing up: upper back fatigue, pulling in the neck, headaches, tingling in the arms, or that little pinch when you try to stand tall. None of that is random. It's your body telling you that the support behind you has gone offline. The seated row reverses that pattern by putting your shoulder blades and upper back into their natural job again, pulling, stabilizing, and supporting. What a seated row is really teaching your body. A seated row isn't just an arm exercise, it's a posture lesson for your whole upper body. When you pull, your shoulder blades retract, meaning they slide gently toward each other. That action is led by your rhomboids and middle trapezius, the exact muscles that get weak in a rounded posture. Then your lats and rear shoulders help bring your elbows back, strengthening a pulling pattern you almost never use in daily life. And because you're sitting tall to do it well, your core and spinal stabilizers join in to keep your chest lifted and your ribs stacked, which turns the move into an automatic posture reset. You're training alignment without having to think alignment all day. In other words, the row doesn't just make your back stronger, it gives your brain a new, better map of what upright feels like. Band or towel, why both work. A resistance band gives you smooth, adjustable tension that increases as you pull. That rising tension encourages your back muscles to keep working through the whole movement, not just at the start. A towel isn't elastic, but it creates a different kind of resistance, steady isometric tension. As you pull against it, your muscles fire to create force even without a big range of motion. For many people, especially beginners or anyone with sore shoulders, that can feel safer and more controllable. The posture benefit still comes from the same place: shoulder blades moving back and down, spine staying long, and chest opening. So don't get stuck thinking you need perfect equipment. What you need is the pulling pattern. The tool just helps you feel it. How to feel the right muscles without overthinking it. A row should feel like your back is doing the work, not your neck or your lower back. The simplest way to find that is to remember this idea: shoulder blades first, arms second. Imagine your shoulder blades like two flat plates on your back. As you pull, those plates glide toward each other and slightly down your ribs. Your neck stays long. Your shoulders stay away from your ears. Your chest stays open but relaxed, not puffed up, just lifted. If you're using a band, the pull wants to be slow and smooth. If you're using a towel, the pull wants to be steady and even. Either way, your elbows travel close to your body, and the movement naturally finishes when your hands come near the sides of your ribs. There's no prize for yanking farther. A small but powerful mental cue is this: picture a pencil gently resting between your shoulder blades. As you pull, you're trying to hold it there. Not crush it, not pinch hard, just hold it. And keep breathing. If you catch yourself holding your breath, that's usually the body bracing with the wrong muscles. Exhale as you pull. Inhale as you return. It keeps the movement calm and keeps tension out of your neck. The posture shift you may notice first. Here's what people often feel after a few calm sets of rows. Their chest feels wider, their shoulders sit more naturally back, and their neck feels lighter. That's not your imagination. When the scapular muscles re-engage, they change how the whole upper body stacks. It's like your body finally remembers where upright is without you forcing it. And because rows stimulate circulation and reduce stiff protective holding around the shoulders, a lot of people also notice less head and neck tension afterward. Now, look into some common form traps that steal the benefit. Even though the movement is simple, a few habits can shift the work away from your back. One is rounding your spine as you pull. When you slump forward, your back muscles can't contract well, so your arms and neck take over. Keeping a neutral, tall spine is what makes the row a posture exercise instead of a casual arm tug. Another is letting your shoulders creep up toward your ears. That recruits the upper traps and tightens the neck, which is the opposite of what we're after. You want the shoulders to feel heavy, down, and relaxed. A third is using momentum, rocking back to help. That takes your muscles out of the driver's seat. Rows work best when they're controlled and quiet. And finally, forcing a dramatic squeeze at the end by pinching your shoulder blades too hard. You're looking for a smooth glide, not a power pose. Gentle and steady wins. Where does this fit in real life? The seated row is one of the easiest posture snacks you can add to your day. It's especially useful if you sit at a desk, drive a lot, carry stress in your shoulders, or feel that slow slide into slouching as the day goes on. Rows in the morning wake up your back and set your shoulders in a better place for the day. Rows during a work break reset the slump before it turns into pain. Rows in the evening help undo the pulling forward tension you've been carrying since morning. And because bands and towels travel everywhere, this is one of those rare exercises you can do in your bedroom, at your office, or even while traveling. Consistency beats intensity here. Small, regular pulls rebuild posture faster than one tough workout once a week. Modifications if your body needs extra kindness. If your shoulders feel tight or sensitive, keep the range smaller and focus on the shoulder blade glide. You still get the posture benefit without pushing into discomfort. If your lower back tends to complain, sitting on a chair instead of the floor and keeping your feet grounded often helps, because your spine doesn't have to stabilize as much to stay tall. If one side feels weaker or tighter, don't fight it. Your brain is relearning the pattern. Move evenly, breathe slowly, and let the weaker side catch up in its own time. Imbalance is normal in a body that's been living in one posture for years, and if you have a known injury, nerve symptoms, or pain that travels down an arm, it's smart to check with a healthcare professional before loading the movement. Good strengthening should feel challenging in your muscles, but never sharp or scary in your joints. What changes over a few weeks of rows? In the short term, you feel relief. In the medium term, you start standing differently without thinking about it. And in the long term, your shoulders and neck stop carrying work. Your upper back should have been doing all along. Stronger rows mean stronger scapular muscles, and stronger scapular muscles are linked to better shoulder alignment and less rounded posture. They also support everyday tasks, lifting groceries, carrying bags, pulling open heavy doors, because your back becomes a stable base for your arms. And maybe the most underrated benefit, as posture improves, breathing often improves too. A more open chest gives your ribs room to move, which makes deep breathing feel easier. That subtle shift can reduce stress and fatigue in a way that surprises people. A simple way to know you're on track. After a set of seated rows, you should feel warmth and effort between your shoulder blades and along your mid-back. Your neck should feel the same or looser, not tighter. Your shoulders should feel more neutral, not pinned back, just naturally resting where they belong. And your posture should feel easier, like you're being gently supported from behind. If that's what you feel, your back is waking up. Your posture system is recalibrating. And you're giving your body the movement modern life keeps forgetting to offer. The seated row looks almost too simple, but that's what makes it such a quiet powerhouse. It strengthens the back muscles that protect your neck, support your shoulders, and hold you upright. It balances all the pushing and folding forward that your day demands. And it gives your nervous system a calm reminder of what tall and supported feels like again. So if you've been dealing with slumping posture, upper back fatigue, or shoulders that feel like they're always creeping forward, make this your go-to reset. Keep it gentle. Keep it consistent. Let the pull do what it was designed to do. If you want more quick, no gym posture fixes like this, hit the like button, subscribe, and share this with someone whose shoulders are slowly crawling up toward their ears right now. And if you try seated rows this week, come back and tell me what you noticed. Did your shoulders feel lighter? Did your posture feel easier? Did your neck relax? I'd love to hear your experience. See you in the next one.